What's the dealio?
Hey, guys.
Episode 21, the Trio Podcast.
Hello.
What's the deal?
Back in the building, like we never left.
Good morning.
Not good morning.
Whenever you listen, good morning, good evening,
Okay,
good night.
we got some folks on the other side of the world.
With your cup whenever you tapped in listening on your commute to work, while you working out, on your drive home,
Right.
from your sneaky link.
Okay.
Anywhere.
Red flag.
Good morning. Good morning.
I was posting a red flag today. I was like, y'all got me fucked up.
Get home safe.
Somebody was like, if she call a rappers by their government name, red flag. I was like, the lies. I think it was Rosecrans Vic.
It was Rosecrans Vic.
Fucking asshole.
I saw that one too.
I was like, stop
feel
it.
attacked.
He said something.
Quickly, do y'all? Okay, you got a red flag on top. Your red flag was hilarious.
Which one was it?
It was the one where you said when the dude skipped over the most important part of the text or some shit.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just business. Red flag. We just stay together. Red flag.
I like
pull
the
up to the
one-
homie house, not my house. Red flag.
Right. I like the
don't
one when the
even know.
nigga's always in the car. When he always talking to you in the car.
Red flag.
Red
When
flag.
they always talk to you in the car.
Right.
Or
We
FaceTime
can't
you
talk
in the
at the
car. Like,
house.
nigga, you never at home when I talk
Red
to you.
flag.
You always on the road and shit.
Okay.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Because she got the kids. Red flag. Fuck that matters none, bro.
Finally, you got a red flag?
I do, girl, but I can't. I don't know. I didn't have one prepared. I got tons of them.
Oh, shit. That's hilarious. So what's going on with y'all? It's our catch-up time.
It's fall.
It's fall.
We made it all the way from spring to fall.
We sure
with
did.
y'all.
We sure did.
So,
It was windy as fuck last night.
First of all.
I don't know what message God was trying to give, but he was giving.
Right.
Santa and the winds.
He was giving.
The gusts of winds and shit. Gusty winds.
Not the Santa Ana winds and shit coming all the way to the west side. Like, Santa Ana, y'all can have that shit.
It feels good. We like
love-
that.
yeah.
Because we don't get the seasons like everybody else does in every other part of the world. So when we get our little wind, our little rain, we be acting like we don't like it. But we like it as long as we're inside.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then it's nice to kind of
Yeah.
just, be inside and kind of have the elements change a little bit. But
We need it, though.
pumpkin spice everything right now. The pumpkin patches are out.
Cinnamon and shit.
Halloween is coming.
That you love Halloween. That's Fallon's favorite holiday.
I love.
She's a Scorpio, birthday coming up.
Halloween. Oh my God. Like, I love seeing all the decorations.
Are you dressing up this year?
Y'all know what happened every single year. So I put so much, I can't even say I put so much planning into the birthday. Whatever I plan for my birthday ends up taking precedence over everything. And
Right.
then for Halloween, I'm more so worried about Yuri.
Yeah.
Let me make sure she got her costume. What is she
Yeah.
doing? And then I'll be like, okay, well, what am I about to do? Now I got a makeshift ass costume. I'm a raggedy ass cat or a
Fucking
fucking
cheerleader and shit.
or a busted ninja. Like, I want to do something. But you really have to like plan in advance if you want to kill it on Halloween. Unless you're good at kind
I
of
want
like
to
putting
kill
the
it
looks
this
together.
year. I feel like
do
me
you
and
want to do
Tori.
Halloween?
I want to do Halloween this year. Last year, I feel like me and Tori killed it. We were characters from,
One of the little
like
comic books. Or
uh,
something. Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Couldn't even think of the shit. Yeah.
Black Mama. She rest in peace.
I was like Black Mamba.
Right.
Black
Wakanda and
Panther,
shit.
right? We were characters from Black Panther, and we did a great job. I think. I put her face together. The hair was on point. This year, I want to be Sailor Moon.
Ooh.
I grew up.
Sailor Moon.
I grew
You
up
remember that?
watching Sailor Moon. Of course. Fighting moonlight.
Mookie, no?
Never running from a friend fight.
the nature of how we grew up always seems to differentiate at some point. I'm with you on that though.
Yeah. I grew up watching Sailor Moon,
Sailor
so
Moon
when I was
was the
looking up
shit.
her costume, I'm like, okay, she a baddie. I can pull this off.
Right.
So I'm gonna do Sailor Moon.
Nice.
And it's not much face makeup. It's just the wig and the costume
wig.
or whatever. So I'm gonna really make sure the wig is tight.
Okay.
It's the wig.
Right.
So I'm gonna be a black Sailor Moon, and then Tori wants to be it, which I think is gonna be killer.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Halloween is a big deal.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like kind of a big deal. It's my favorite holiday, but yeah,
It is.
we'll see what
Scorpio,
turns up for
all in
that.
the midst of Scorpio season.
Straight up.
For
No
real.
coincidence.
Right.
Kill your ass.
Right.
Right.
Oh my God, but it's so much going on, I would say, coming up, especially in November.
Yeah.
So many things, so many great, amazing things. We have so many shows that I'm helping produce, co-produce.
Right.
I'll be in Atlanta for the Revolt Conference.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm getting flown out and shit.
Okay.
Finally.
I'm getting flued out. Okay.
Yes, I'm
Put it on my
finally,
tab.
yes. Thank you for that to the team that is basically paying for my
Accommodations.
ATL. So thank you. And then we have the PAC music showcase conference produced by the homie Python. He put that together. It's going to be at the Soul Folks Art Lab in Lamar also. I kind of jumped on board to help kind of produce that. And that's going to be November 6th. And actually, ding, 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 if anybody wants $5 off, if you use the code TRIOPOD, you get $5 off your ticket.
Look at that. Look
Okay,
at
so
God.
plugs you a little bit.
Blessing.
So again, just use code TRIOPOD. You get $5 off admission to the show November 6th. It's going to be cracking. It's going to go up. Paint and sip, performances, food, vendors, games. It's going to be fun. And then we have the Global Music Festival coming up. That's going to be November 20th. In the heart of Inglewood. That's going to be fire. That's going to be so fire.
The last show. Gang sign like, no, Fallon, don't do that.
Right, that's going to be so fire. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be at the Miracle Theater. Also jumping on as a co-producer with that. Joining forces with 1111. So, yeah, I'm trying to be booked and busy. Closing out the year strong.
I think it's been an amazing year. I tweeted this morning. I said 2021 has been such a teacher.
Yes.
With all of the other growth, a lot of people experienced it professionally. Some of us experienced it spiritually, mentally. We're getting up. We just did an episode on mental health last episode. So a lot of us are trying to get our minds right, our health together. So I think it was really like a reset. 2020, it was too jarring for us to kind of really, some of us were able to kind of thug through and come up with ideas and concepts, but 2021, we were actually able to put those in play.
Yeah.
And, figure out what the next steps are and, kind of get our minds right. So 2022 was looking promising. So that's a blessing.
Yeah.
And we came with the pod in 2021. Hello. So there's that. 2021 is
for real. Cracking. Super cracking. We definitely got some topics. Fab threw some shit in the group chat. We want to get straight into it or what?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so what is the exact title? Let's see. Let me see if I can dive into it. So the headline was the lack of quality men debate. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to really, really dive into it. So the couple of things that I kind of took from it just immediately is whatever you value is what you wind up getting out of a relationship or a situation.
Right.
Okay. And then also the main speaker in this particular show or podcast also said people don't value the intangibles.
Correct.
So those are the two things that kind of stood out. Mm-hmm. So I want to definitely, I guess we can kind of dive into these two or whatever.
Right.
Whatever you value is what you wind up getting. If you value a nigga with just strictly status, with money, with, the aesthetics, with how he looks is what you're going to get. But you're not going to get, everything else is going to be lacking. Right. Which I think is completely true. Like, how do y'all feel about that?
Well, it's either that, I think, or a lot of women, which they also talk about, and this is the Roommates podcast. We'll give them a shameless plug. Like, I really love that podcast. Mm-hmm. They're super dope, and they have a lot of different relationship topics on there. But I think the other part of it is women want it all. Mm-hmm. In another part of the episode, they talk about some of the statistics where women were surveyed as far as what they were looking for in men. And these are women that I would assume that are maybe 25 to 40 or something like that are in the dating market. And what it is that they're looking for. And a lot of things that they were looking for don't really exist. Like, I want my man to make over $100,000 a year. I want him to be over 6 feet. Right. I want him to be, very successful. I want him to be handsome. I want him to be fun. I want him to, all of these different things. And the lists be too long. And I think that the debate.
All in one man.
All in one man. And I think the debate ends up being too, for women that, and this is probably a stance that men take too, for women in this age that are a lot, that are really successful in their fields financially and all of that stuff, then they feel warranted to have the super long Chili from TLC checklist. Everybody know about Chili checklist. It was kind of okay, girl, and she's still single, right, and unmarried. So I think it's both things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay, what is it that you value? But at the same time, you're not going to necessarily get it all. He was saying, I don't know. What do you guys want? What would you say you want in a man? If you had 5 things to say that were kind of set in stone, that are really important to you in a partnership, what would they be?
I don't know. Well, before we go to the question, I'm going to answer Christian's question first. I mean, not question, but
my 5. But I think I have my 5.
Right. I don't.
Right. I don't either. I don't have 5, but I have a couple.
I think what you value is what you get, because I think that's really what you go for. So how they say you get like whatever, you attract that's what you go after. If it's status, then you're going to go for the most shiniest, and I don't know if you'll care about anything else, right? I think that's fair to say. Is that what they were pretty much saying?
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like there are a lot of women that, especially, and there are women that are on this episode that this is what really sparked it for me, is when I heard them speak, and I think these are younger women too. If I had to bet, I know they're probably under 30, but they were speaking of like, well, why do I have to settle?
So I didn't get that far into them.
I'm educated. I'm, well-to-do. I have this going on in my life. I don't want to have to settle. Why do I have to settle? I'd rather just be single and, wait for my time. And it's kind of like a disillusion, I think, that a lot of women have into thinking that there's going to be a picture-perfect scenario for you. Like, it doesn't exist. That's the caveat. That's the gag.
That's the gag.
That shit is, and the older you get, you begin to realize that. And then the unfortunate part is for women that waste too much time in their 20s or early 30s or whatever trying to figure that out, your time is ticking.
Absolutely.
Well, now I just think it's not even being pushed to like date and have a man. I think independence have been pushed so far,
right, that
like I seen a post, I'm sorry, it was a room on Clubhouse. I didn't even open it, but it was like, ladies, don't end up like your mom or grandmother.
Ooh.
I was like,
what does that mean?
I didn't even have the energy to go and listen to see
what they were saying.
But typically, how we admire that our grandparents are married for so many years. They're like, well, how much did your grandmother endure? It's almost like to be with someone for so long, it has to come with so much pain.
Right.
Granted, you're going to grow and go through things because you're constantly growing, and one would have to catch up to the other if it's worth being in. Right. But now I feel like these new age women just see relationships so fucking different, and I think they lean so much on independence, and I feel like unless you get your degree as a blanket, it's not going to keep you warm at nighttime. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, I don't understand that line of thinking, but I think it does come with a lot of younger women, and it's a lot of buzzwords around it, and I think that ties into feminism and this whole other rhetoric that I don't really get involved in. Right. But so I'll pull back and let them have that. Right. But if I can think of my 5 qualities, I don't know. I don't know. Let me off the top. I don't know. You.
Oh, Christian, you go.
Right. Say I have 5, but I just know, just off my personal experience as to what I've been dealing with up to today, I would just say like unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Like to love me through the good, the bad, and the ugly. To have been able to see every part of me, the vulnerability, the highs, the lows, the my not so on point days, my on point days. To have been able to explore and experience every act. That's patience.
So patience.
That's patience.
So patience.
And just being understanding.
Being patient, being understanding.
And being understanding and understanding like, okay, I know you went through this, but we can get past it. I can deal with that. Right. It's not a deal breaker. Right. Just being able to adjust and maneuver with my particular issues and my flaws. That to me is like, if you show me unconditional love through everything that I have shown you, and all my flaws, all my good on the table, and you have been able to work with that, that's all I need.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. On top of course, you want loyalty. And I even starting to question that too, because I'm starting to think about like, what exactly is loyalty?
I'll interject just for 1 second. I'm very fascinated with stuff like that. So I look up definitions of words just to see, what does this really... We use words so freely. We do. And never really know what they contextually mean, or by textbook what they mean. We all have our different reasons. But if you look up the word loyalty, most people feel like loyalty means you're loyal like to me, or you know what I'm saying? Or like there's certain things that you won't do as a result of your loyalty to me. That's not what loyalty is. I have to look it up. Go ahead. I was going to say, go into
break it down the definition.
Yeah, go ahead. So patience, loyalty, potentially.
Yeah, I would say just like unconditional love. And the reason why I was questioning loyalty, because I don't even really, again, just kind of going back to, like my definition would be kind of that. It would just kind of be like dedicated to me, like about me. You're loyal to me. Like there is no stepping outside of me in this.
But what does that mean, though?
Exactly. Because that's why I have to question it. Because even still, it's been scenarios where it's not that I felt... I've been in a situation before. It's not that I felt like he doesn't love me or give a fuck about me, but he's kind of stepped outside of... He kind of broken that shit that we would call loyalty. It has been questioned. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? But it doesn't question if he loves me or not. So... then we'll let you go into your definition of what you found on loyalty.
Says, the first one says the quality of being loyal. It's like, okay. A strong feeling of support or allegiance. That is very different from, so again, loyalty is defined as, in the Oxford Dictionary, a strong feeling of support or allegiance. That is like vague and broad AF. Like, that is not what we have said, like, what, especially for men, because men got like the highest level of like definition of what loyalty is supposed to be.
I guess one would have to look up allegiance.
Okay, well, I don't know if we got time.
According to that, because if you're going to go into allegiance, because we always have our personal feeling of our personal definition, but if we're going to just strictly go by textbook, then we can look it up.
Allegiance is loyalty or commitment of a subordinate to a superior or of an individual to a group or a cause.
Yeah.
It don't say nothing even about relationships, which is crazy. Right. Like, this is like loyalty, like in the battlefield, like in, you know what I'm saying, like in business, and like, you know what I mean. Like, they was like, we're not talking about in marriage. Like, we're talking like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Like, no, okay, so loyalty, patience, understanding, the ability to accept you with all of your flaws. Those are your primaries.
Those are my primary, and of course, I have like shit on the surface. You know what I mean? Of course, I want a handsome man. You know, I do want a nigga teeth to look a certain way. I do want a nigga to dress a certain way.
Well, see,
you know, but I know, that's what I'm saying. Right. But listen, that's what I'm saying. I know.
Right.
Yes. Okay, I know. But I do believe too, in a certain situation, these are all things that can be worked through. I'm not gonna dump my nigga if he ain't got on his best fit today.
You're flexible.
I'm flexible. Bitch, not I can adjust.
You can adjust.
I can adjust. And those are things I could be like, you can take your dude shopping if he's open, or you can, hey, I like
something could be fixed.
This is something I might want to see you in. Can you slide this on? Because he gonna tell you.
Right.
When your nails and feet ain't done, the nigga will tell you like, bitch, you need to go to the nail shop.
I don't like it. You look right. Right.
Take off that red polish and shit. The nigga will tell you quick.
Right.
So they don't have no problem with telling you when your shit ain't together. So I just think those things could be adjusted.
And then we could get to Mookie too, and then I'll go into mine. And this is just based off of the conversation and kind of the interaction and back and forth that they had. So if a man is because all of the things that you just mentioned, right, are very admirable traits for a man to have, right? So let's say you have all of this in the man, and he is, a handsome man. You're attracted to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's subjective too, right?
He's for me.
He's for you. So you're attracted to him. But he's a teacher. And he's like a history teacher at like a high school.
Yeah.
And he only at cap is probably going to make in his lifetime,
like
and he's passionate about this, and that's what he was talking about too. This is his passion. Yeah. So this is the thing that lights his fire and makes him feel valuable to society and those types of things. So he's going to be capped at, let's say, I don't know, maybe $75,000 a year, right? Unless he maybe goes on to college and teaches on the college level or something like that. But he really loves his high school students. Is that something that you would be interested in with that scenario, with all of the other intangibles and things like that?
Absolutely. Okay. I'm just, me personally, I'm not that kind of woman.
Right.
I think that's admirable first of all, that's still, to me, decent money.
Right.
Period.
What? Hello.
Okay. The nigga that got, and that you talking about, I'm on his insurance plan. I'm sure he got a 401k.
Okay.
There's a lot of benefits that comes with that. He has a flex spending account. We're not tripping.
Bitch, have you studied this? Have you looked at it?
Yeah, but I'm just spending. As someone that has worked in the corporate field, I do know what benefits come with certain fields.
I know that's right.
I know the benefit packages.
Right.
So if you're a teacher working and making $50,000 to $7,000, you have a great benefit pack. I don't give a fuck about that. More than the other thing. I'm on his insurance, I'm on his medical and his dental, and we got flex spending, and we got a 401k.
Vacation time.
Like those are perks. All important things. But he's still got a good income. We can still buy a house on that.
And you have your income.
And I have mine. And we have that's his passion. Absolutely.
Right. Right.
To be able to find your passion and to be walking in that, first of all, is a blessing. Right. Because we're all still trying to figure it out.
Right.
So I'm me personally, I'm with that. I will never the nigga got a great job to me.
Right.
That's a great job. So if he was capped at $70,000, we can work with that. And I'm sure You know, and maybe he don't, but even if he has some creative things that he likes to do on the side, maybe he got some side hustles. You know what I'm saying? We can build on those too.
Right.
We can build the income based on the side hustles, or maybe some creative things that he likes to do on the side.
Make some other kind of money.
Yeah. So I'm all for it. School teachers, FedEx workers, post office workers. All of that.
Okay, send your resume and contacts to the Trio
to
Pod
me, please. Applications accepted and shit. No, not right. I'm off the market, but you know.
Right. In the event of.
Right.
Okay. Right. We'll keep a profile for at least 90 days.
Hilarious.
Right.
What about you, Boo?
I don't even know.
That's a crazy question, huh? To just kind of like tonight.
I mean, of course. I mean, I don't have 5. I mean, I would just have to piggyback off yours because they're so universal.
Right.
Of course, you want unconditional love. Give me grace in communication.
Yeah.
Communication is big.
Provide me the grace to grow. Communication is super big to me. Because even at times, I don't think I know how to communicate properly. Hence, provide me grace. Yeah, and I would say unconditional. Like I don't think I've been loved unconditional, so I would like to know what that's like in my next relationship. That's a quality, and I would want you to just be loyal. Whether it's my definition or the textbook, shit. Pledge your
some
allegiance,
of it, huh?
Pledge your allegiance to me. Like I need to know that no matter what, you are here.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, because this shit is a battlefield at the end of the damn day. Like have my back. Protect me from me, protect me from my own thoughts as I will do to you. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much what I would want in an individual.
And what about the scenario I just presented to Chrissy? So like if it's a thing where dude let's say he's not a teacher, now we're gonna switch fields or whatever. Let's say he's a sanitation worker. And he's still at the same dollar amount. Mookie, I need you to
she thinking like you.
I'm
not giving her the sentence. Not knocking this. Listen, janitors.
You had to turn. Look, Mookie's for $75,000.
Rock was one of my favorite shows in the 90s.
Bitch, you dating us like a motherfucker. Rock.
It come on BET Plus, and he was a sanitation worker. But I myself do not want a sanitation worker with their LA City County benefits that they have. No, thank you.
Why?
Because I don't.
But why? $75,000. Y'all good. Y'all got y'all back. He got money to help you invest into your businesses. It's probably enough for you to not have to work full time. He's not gonna come home smelling every day.
Oh my God,
that
Denise.
is crazy.
That's crazy. Because it smells.
Shout out to all of our sanitation workers.
We appreciate you.
I promise you, when I see people picking up trash off of the freeway, I'll be like, thank God for them. What would we do?
First of all, that's Caltrans. They are doing, they don't want to do a bed. Okay. Right. That is Caltrans.
Well, I pay for them anyway.
I throw them a bag, like, whatever.
Community service workers, girl.
Right.
Got the wrong people.
They just didn't want to go to jail. The fuck?
That's different, like the people that work for like the housing authority or something like that.
Okay, well,
First of all, housing authority don't pick up trash, girl.
They don't?
No, they pay rent.
I thought I thought they were like in the field, like I don't say the projects, but some of them.
That's how they get their rent paid.
People that work for the housing authority. Okay,
yes, that's just housing assistants. LA City is what pick up your trash.
No. But
I'm joking, of course. I would definitely if he's at $75K. Yes, like if this is just what he's doing because why not?
Right.
I mean, I hope he's not passionate about being the sanitation guy as the history teacher. I would hope not. All you're doing is picking up garbage and tossing it.
But what if it's more about cleaning up your communities, being able to touch the people that you service? I'm being I have to play devil's advocate. That's why. But like, you know what I'm saying? I'm servicing my community, and I'm able to keep my community clean.
It's not okay. Well, which community is he working in?
Gardena.
It's not that much of my people around there, so no.
Oh my God!
No, and a lot of today's trash is not hand to hand. No, it's the machine that lifts up and flips and go back down. No.
Bye.
Okay, so no.
So will I date him? Absolutely. I mean, look, you know how many jobless men it is out here?
Jobless, girl.
So yes, I remember growing up and so many of the adult jokes was he got a man in uniform benefits, like that was the running joke amongst like the women.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't get it. I was like, okay, but now this adult gets it.
Meaning I could stay home potentially. I don't have to work.
Yeah.
That's
you got men in uniform. Like, that's a big fucking deal. So if he has a job, so if he's working, he works for the sanitation. He probably works for the city. That's great benefits. He has potential to move up, move around.
For sure.
Like, everything. It's all about, most of the time, just getting your foot in the door.
Straight
and then
up.
once it's there, you could pretty much do what you want to do. So, I mean, I'm going to support my man in whatever it is that he chooses to do. Yeah. So, I was just joking when I said no, that at the smell. But at the end of the day, I'm hella supportive. And whatever it is that we doing.
Right.
That you doing. We gonna build that shit up.
If you F with him like that. Right.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Because if not, I don't give a fuck.
The first
give a fuck about your pipe dream.
What's your dirty ass
security,
right?
Secure jobs like that.
Clean up the fucking
days.
clean up, nigga.
What you sweep around?
Right, nigga, your house dirty, and then you clean up the streets.
Sweep around this motherfucker.
Throwing a can out the window and shit.
The funniest.
Oh my god.
We're just still okay. So what are my 5 intangibles?
Funny.
So, what are some? I really at this age, because of course it changes, right? So at this age, at this moment in time, I feel like integrity is super, super important to me. So one of those things too, where that could be subjective, but to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
that's important.
It's just some.
That's a good one.
It's
actually.
Some things that you just won't do.
Yeah.
If money involved, if pussy involved, if it's just certain things and that's not to say like you won't hustle or you may not fuck off on some, whatever. It's just a way in which you do what it is that you do. It's just certain things that you not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that just has no discipline, that just flows with the wind and can do anything and everything as a man, for me, that's a problem.
So does that, well...
No,
does that fall under, and again, this is subjective, the whole loyalty thing?
I mean, no, because...
Like, not doing certain things. That should be like, because I'm loyal to you.
Right.
Or because I'm dedicated to you. I would never step outside of certain things or do certain things because I am dedicated.
Well, let's just call it out.
Loyalty.
Let's just call it out. So if a dude say that he loyal to me, but he cheat on me, like, is he not loyal to me because he cheated on me? If he's still dedicated to me and when I need him now and always, he always will be there 24/7. That may be a different type of issue.
Yeah, that is.
But is it a violation of his loyalty and his allegiance to me? Maybe not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so with integrity, for me, it's more so like, how do you do what you do? How do you do what you do? And it don't have to be necessarily like cheating or whatever. But in that case, if we on the subject,
it comes down to even with who.
With who?
With who? Yes.
How? Where? Why? You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't like, nigga, I wouldn't even get that bitch satisfaction of looking at my dick because I
what?
love my bitch that much.
You feel me?
It like, that may seem weird to a few other women, but
that's integrity.
Because
it's gonna hurt and cut either way.
Yeah,
right.
But integrity is, or integrity could be, what your stance is with people in the community. Are you somebody that can't walk around with your head held high because you owe niggas money?
That's terrible.
You know what
I'm saying? That's cause for breakup.
You go out with a nigga on your first date. A nigga tap on the shoulder like, "Hey, homie, woo." You like, "Oh,
niggas,
or getting punked out, in public and shit." We not doing that.
Uber me home, please.
Uber me home.
Call your old nigga like, "You was right."
Yeah. He was right. Oh my God, that's the worst. He was right.
I got. I'll take care of you.
You got hemmed up.
Hell nah.
Integrity is really important. Like, as a man, as a man,
I'm visualizing that shit.
Man, I couldn't do it.
Can you imagine?
No.
Like, in public, girl, and like, let's be a group.
That's why I can't do betas. No.
We'll do that on next Trio Pods episode. We'll be talking about betas, alphas, gammas. No. So
Bye,
integrity,
gamma.
right?
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Integrity, and what else is super important? I like, a creative. I do like a creative. So that would be important for me. So even if he was the trash man or the, the postman or whatever, we hustling. So now we can pay our rent. How are we delegating or how are we divvying up this money? You got to want to do something else. So that would be a problem for me if, like, you were saying, like, okay, is that all he want to do? I was just playing devil's advocate. If that's all you want to do,
you're not a dreamer.
That's not going to align with what it is that I'm doing. You might want to own your own sanitary. I need a boss.
Yeah.
I want somebody that wants to enterprise and create wealth on a myriad of levels. So if that's not something you're interested in, which is not a problem because you can still make a good living and a wife would be very happy, you still can find you a baddie. They'll be more than happy to sit at home, cook your meals, and take care of your babies on your $75,000. Trust. For me, I'm trying to flip that.
Yep.
So if you're not in that mindset, that's gonna be a problem.
Especially in today's climate where you have a lot of access to shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like 2 decades ago, like shit, to start a business, I probably really didn't know the tools you needed to get started.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now it's right there. Like whatever you want to do, you can take that and you can like make it into something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's easy to get to it. Not easy, but you just got to get to it. It's like the resources are available at this point of the game.
They can't support you. I won't say that they can't, because B. Simone had something like that where she was saying, I can't date the garbage man, or I can't date the man that work a 9-to-5er. And people did take offense to that because they were saying like it was something that, oh, you too good to date 9. No, if you're somebody that's a creative, but you may not be making $75,000, but you are hustling and chasing your passion, and you have that thing that you're just lit up about. You wake up, going to sleep thinking about it. That's attractive to some women.
Yeah.
Y'all can't be mad at that. Y'all like what it is that y'all like.
She was saying that you won't understand me. Like, why you got to get up at 3 a.m.
Well, it might be that too.
But she was acting like it, because I disagree with her all the way around.
Okay.
Like, I didn't like I didn't like her position.
Okay.
I didn't like her explanation of it.
Right.
It was like, oh, we just two separate. And it's like, no, you're not. And then it's like, I just feel like you got to be careful when you talk about 9-to-5ers, because that's who fund you,
who's paying you.
Right.
You do gotta be careful.
Yeah.
It's like a real slippery slope
yep.
when you start to talk about what you don't want to have, because then it comes off a certain way. Not that I felt that way, because I'm not her audience. She don't pertains to me. She's a joke to me at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
She do jokes, but she's a joke.
No,
I'm sorry.
She is a joke to me, because it's like your 9-to-5 can fund whatever dream that you do have. You know what I mean?
Right.
And whatever this 9-to-5 person is can really still support you. It's almost in a 9-to-5er don't have the capacity or the range to think beyond what it is that they're doing.
Right.
That's not the fucking case, because it's like we could be two creators in two separate fields and still not get what each other is doing.
That's
and
true.
Still feel like what you're doing is dumb.
And that's true.
And still not support.
I guess it truly does depend on the person.
Come on, it really, really depends on the person and who you with, because your friends that's around you that's supporting you, they ain't entrepreneurs. They're 9-to-5ers.
They're 9-to-5ers.
And they're still in your corner packing boxes and helping you do shit the same way your man is. You know what I mean? But these are your friends that you feel you put on, like, come the fuck on. Like, so cut it. So at the end of the day, I feel like cut the bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So that's why I'm like, oh, she's a joke.
Right. Right. Well, those are kind of like my two. I mean, we don't have
that
went all
that tangent, but
I don't have a whole, but that's something I think that's at the very, very top. If you can be chocolate, that's good too. That always works. So everybody has their things that they like. Another thing that I want, and we'll move on to the other side. We got another topic for you guys, but another thing was, I feel like talking about like a B. Simone, right? When women have these super long lists of he got to be over 6 feet, he got to drive this, he got to be, woo, 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 I want him to dress like this, all of these different things, the list be long. Women do not understand a couple of things. One being that you're talking about the 1%. So I think in this video they said that our top 1%, or it could have been in one of Zoe's videos.
It was for sure, because I was going to quote that if you didn't.
One of the 1% of wealth for black men is not the same for the 1% of wealth for white men. For black men, it's $300,000. $300,000 is what you would need to be at to be in the 1% of black men. So that means that
are wealthy.
That means that you're not a millionaire. But that's our level of wealth based on the differentiation between black wealth and white wealth. You know what I'm saying? So we feel like in some way, shape, or form, all these billions and stuff like that are attached to the men that look like us, and they're not.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're talking about, but let's say you do want to fit into that one, and then of course that's just like the lower end, 300,000 would be in that 1%, and then you have like your rap artists or people that may be like millionaires or whatever. You talking about that 1% and just odds. If you have all of these things, who has told you that you qualify for that? That's why people hate Kevin Samuels, because he may have been, whatever you feel about him, he may have been one of the first to really tell women, okay, that's fine, that is what you want and whatever, but what are you coming to the table with? And you gotta be a cold,
and he
Nicole,
breaks your shit
Murphy,
down.
Holly Berry, something, unless you got some game. Now, maybe you got some game, because if you've been in Hollywood, this LA scene, you see some women or whatever that may not necessarily be stunners, but they got game. Just like pimps got mouthpieces, females got mouthpieces too. You know what I'm saying? And if a dude is square anyway, it's not going to be hard to get him. You know what I'm saying? You see the little scragglers or whatever at the NBA games or whatever. He may not be LeBron, but he kind of like, no disrespect, Savannah, but he may be like, you know, little, oh, okay, I could get him. Like, you know what I mean? You can maneuver, but if you're talking about that 1%, what are you coming to the table with? Because now he has the same license to run down what his wants are. And the thing that we end up having a problem with is now men have their list. So we can have their list, but they can't have theirs. If a woman says, I can't date a man under 6 feet. You know, I dated a man that was 5'8". I just couldn't do it. So then if a man then says, I might get in trouble for this, but we need controversy. Right. If a man then says, because that's aesthetic. He can't help that he was born 5'7". You know what I'm saying? He may be a really great person. You know what I'm saying? But let's say that same man says, you know, man, like, I don't know. I tried dating a dark-skinned woman, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't like the way she looked. I didn't like it. I don't really go. Can we breathe on that, because that is a thing.
Well, in addition, it's definitely a thing. Or she too dark.
I can't go over $150. Anything up, I'm
weight
straight.
Is a thing.
I'm straight. Because then you get into body shame.
Yep, weight is a thing. Complexion is a thing, and size is a thing.
So I don't want a woman to wear a weave. Or my girl got to have curly hair. My girl got to have, you know what I'm saying, wavy hair. All of the different things that they find that are aesthetic. I can't help, or you can't help the way that you were born. This is the way that God made me. This is how I'm coming to the table. Accept me for me. So men are supposed to accept us for us, but we can't accept them for them. There's a problem. There's a flaw within that.
Well, it is, because it's like when you have your list, it's your preference. Right. When a guy have his list, it's hatred.
It's hatred.
Right. You don't like yourself. You don't like your mom.
You don't like black women.
It's self-hate. You don't like black women. Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Right. And it's like, I just hate the... we on the ledge. I hate the victimization that black women have now. Like, we're strong, resilient women. Like, stop the whole
they don't love me us.
Bullshit.
Why,
like,
black
stop
men
it.
hate us. No,
your mama black, your auntie black.
It's just this new age bullshit. Like, it's the whole feminism versus womanism. Like, stop it.
And we could be pick-me's. That's fine. That's cool. I relish in that.
Pick me.
Because I ain't never told a nigga pick me. Well, that's not true. That's a lie. I have definitely said pick me, please.
A man with certain status or certain money.
Wait. Hold on. I really hate the pick me shit. That really bothers me, because it's almost like, because I disagree with women bullshit, then I'm asking the men to pick me. And it's typically over some social media nonsense. Like, so I have nothing more but... I'm disagreeing about so-and-so's outfit so the guys can pick me.
That's crazy.
I have a lot more to me than these couple characters on this tweet, y'all.
Right.
And the real niggas ain't even on Twitter.
The real niggas,
not on social media.
At all.
I won't say all, but a lot of them are not on social media.
A little bit.
And then the dude's going to say, a lot of the real bitches ain't on social media. Shut up. We got businesses.
Right, that's it.
We really got it. Because I really don't want to be on this shit no more.
We got businesses.
But I got to finesse my shit.
Everybody got something for sale. That's where they at.
Everybody got something for sale.
It's the marketplace, right.
Basically.
It really is.
Anything and everything. Okay, well, that was cool. All right, well, we have another topic.
What was it, girl? Let me see.
We're going to get sexy.
Looking like Squid Game and shit. What was that
girl, that shit was a bust. I wanted to tell you not to watch, but you was already sold.
Me? It got interesting. I had to watch episode 1 like 3 times because I fell asleep on that shit 3 times.
It was so stupid.
And then it was just grueling. Like, it was so just...
Die.
Yeah, all in your face. Get shot in the face in front of your...
Yeah,
it was
red light, green light, boom, 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 boom. Like... the fuck out
the old man still alive.
Is that what the rich people doing? We just don't know. Are they sending us a message?
Yeah, at the end I was like, oh, this is rich tea, honey. Yeah. Like the rich wealthy was in there
sacrificing,
showing me a little bit more.
Don't get my conspiracy.
Now those are parties I'm like, don't invite me to that,
please, with the masks and shit. No thanks.
Stripping down to nothing and shit.
Girl,
that is not it, honey.
Wait,
this is what Fallon put in the group chat.
No, she's talking about the
lips are.
I'm like, what is this?
The stuff you put in the group chat,
girl.
We are moving on to.
Girl, what is that?
That's somebody else have our name.
Not another trio pod.
To taboo sex.
Taboo sex
positions.
Taboo sex.
Was it sex
things?
positions?
Not positions. Just what is it? What would that be called? Not hobbies, but like preferences. taboo sex preferences or
I got
submissive
a whole video of submissive shit that
all the taboo.
I gotta find the right one too that's willing to do it. The right one that's willing to do it, Lord.
What? Is there something you want to tell us?
Because it's just real sexy to me, but.
Basically,
how do you define taboo sex experiences?
I'll show you, but
so while they're showing that taboo sex would be,
it's just a guy.
You ain't got my glasses. I'm like, Mookie, what are you doing?
But he just tied up. He gets slapped.
I'm not with that.
Girl, he looked like one of my exes.
I'm not.
Yes. What the hell? Oh my God, girl, let me find out. Like, we didn't do that. Girl, don't swear to God that don't look like, girl. That's crazy.
Bitch. I was just looking at because she was like, because you say something.
What is
it ain't me in the video. It ain't me in the video.
That is sick.
It ain't.
I'm not doing
well, girl, but now
none of
you're
that.
mentioning this shit, girl.
I'm not. I don't give a fuck how. We
Beating
could be in the middle of an island, and I'm not fucking you. Like, excuse me.
So taboo sex, right?
Well, let me explain what we was watching.
Ahead.
So in this video, it's the guy. He's blindfolded and he's tied up, right? And he was not granted permission to speak. And so she asked him something and he answered. Well, she said something and he replied, so she slaps him. But he likes it, but she's getting ready to perform oral on him. But it's super, it's just real sexy. I'm like, to me, yeah.
Let me see.
You seen it already.
No, that was it?
Yeah, it was just a tease. I screen recorded so I could send it to somebody to say, actually, they was down, but they were like, bitch, no. You ain't hitting me. So.
Okay, wait, what this definition in the Urban Dictionary is OD.
It's basically sexual experimentation because I think the thing is with sexuality, right? So many of us are inhibited, and we have been. I mean, we were talking about masturbation in one of the other episodes too, and it's really hard for us to feel not guilty about whatever it is that we are into. Like, everybody has different preferences, and a lot of those things you're not gonna know until you in the bedroom with somebody. And not only is it important to know people's kinks and the things that they like, because if you are not doing it and your partner is not comfortable enough with telling you, they're going to go find that somewhere else. They will find that somewhere else, and you'll be left out in the dark, and you'll still keep having that same boring sex with them, and you'll think that you're killing it, but they are getting what they really need from somebody else. And they need to feel comfortable with exploring with you, and that goes for male and female.
And it's so many different variations to sex and exploring and trying. Like, most people just start and stop at like threesome. Like, it's a much
lot more
like when you really get into like role playing, like really lock into that, it's really, really different. Or that real submissiveness, like that shit is different.
Pegging. I'm not with that.
Pegging.
Right. So, are there any, first of all, because we don't got to listen, so are there any sexual taboos that you guys are into? And there's a lot of them. They said that anal sex could be considered one. Having period sex could be considered a kink. People have fetishes with feet. People have fetishes with
a kink. That girl, we just couldn't help it.
Bondage, being tied up, being spanked, and then the BDSM stuff, right? So the dominatrix stuff and being a submissive person, spanking, being hanged. Some people want to be completely masked and can't breathe, and then get that pulled off of them. That excites them. Being beaten, being defecated on. There are so many different variations to
Peed on, golden showers.
Golden showers.
Oh my God.
It's a lot that people are into. So are there any kinks that you ladies have? Like y'all would tell them here.
It's the shit that's too far.
Right. It's the shit that's too far.
That's where I draw the line.
Well,
you're not really shitting on me.
That's crazy.
On that episode that you sent us or whatever, she was saying it was a dom that was in there. She had one of her subs in there who was on the floor groveling at her feet.
Yes.
She was saying as he was groveling at her feet that's her number one request. She doesn't do that. That particular dom didn't defecate on men, but that's her number one request, and she gets paid. She would be getting paid top dollar for that.
Now that I'm down.
I'm down for that.
Oh, you down for the? So you'll do it for the coin? How much? How much?
Bitch,
30,000.
What else?
Like 10, mate.
Bitch.
Why she put the drink to the side?
I can't do
what are you talking
it.
about?
I can't. We don't even got to add the comma to growl at my feet.
Not grovel at your feet to defecate on the man. That's what I thought you were saying.
Okay, wait. Absolutely.
For 30 racks?
Bitch.
Oh my God.
What?
All right.
That grab is OD.
Absolutely. If you're into that kind of thing, cash at me. Links in bio.
Oh my God. If anybody's interested.
If you're interested.
No.
Listen, if that's your type of time, it is mine.
Oh you don't even know what kind what kind of bowel movements you're gonna be having.
I would.
And now I'm dirty and shitty.
No. Fuck that.
Sneaky
Let me
ass.
know so I can know what to eat. I know what upsets my
stomach.
stomach.
No, bitch.
So that way everybody gets what they need.
Everyone gets what they need at the end of the day. I believe in customer service.
And you 30 racks up in 5 minutes.
Christian is fronting right now, y'all.
30 racks up.
I'm not. This levels to that shit.
We just talked about integrity.
That's fucking nasty.
I'm not getting shit on. We're not planning it. We're not paying it. I won't give it. In the bathroom.
I've been shitting for 36 years, bitch, and I still don't even want to smell my own shit.
And do you leave after that?
I've been shitting for 36 years.
Let me let you know, if I go in there and I'm wherever I'm at and then come out and I'm gonna say, now go clean it up.
Now go clean it up with your dirty,
and
you're filthy,
go
you're
clean
disgusting.
That shit up.
And don't call me. And
I'm gonna choke his little ass a little bit and behave until I come back the next time. Absolutely.
It's too much.
Absolutely.
I don't have to wipe myself.
Bitch, no, I'm not. I do some other shit for some 30.
Mookie's
available for that. Please,
damn right.
Link in bio.
We gonna start, Mookie start getting 100 racks. We gonna start being like,
damn right. Rethinking some things.
Things.
I be looking at some jobs that yearly be $35K. I be like, next
5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you 35.
I thought the same thing about strippers, and I'm like, hey, shit.
Bands and
it's looking more tempting.
Okay, so any kinks that you guys are willing to share that you have that may not be the normal
grinded shit,
or things that you may want to do, but maybe you just haven't experienced yet.
I have barely explored a threesome. I've probably done that.
So maybe that would be like a kink or something that you'd be into, because it still could be like what kind of it could be all women without the man. That's a kink for some.
A group orgy.
No, Mookie. No.
All of us just fucking in the same room.
Shit. I just was stopping at the 3-girl thing. I didn't think we was going all the way to
I don't know. This is so probably like just regular.
Basic, right.
But I do really, really would love to explore with a woman.
Right.
Like really fully.
That's a kink for some people. There's some people that are hardcore,
I really want, but I want a certain kind of woman.
What kind of woman you want?
I want like a Tanaya Henry or somebody like that. Like I want a real, just like I know she nasty,
just a little bad little.
I want and I kind of, and it's almost crazy because I kind of almost want her to not look
you.
like me.
Yeah,
like I want slim, like kind of with a fat ass because they got
right. I
want her to look a certain way. Like
do you want to be dominated by her, or you want to be submissive towards her?
Submissive.
So you want her to be dominated?
Yes.
No, dominated, I should say. Okay.
Because I like titties and I like ass. Like even when I see women shaking their ass and shit, I be like, damn, that's sexy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Women that got body parts that jiggle. Like I like all of that.
So you want her to jiggle it over your mouth?
I would do that.
Jiggle, right, down on your mouth. Okay. Right.
And this is for a mature audience, you know what I'm saying? But like even rubbing and sucking on nipples and just exploring a woman's full
anatomy
body part.
of a woman.
Because I love the way women look. Like I love looking at a woman in a bathing suit. I love admiring women in a swimsuit, or when her ass jiggles, or when the titties look certain way.
I got all kind of girl crushes.
Or when they nipples are pierced.
Some dude, one of the homies hit me up, was like, "Let us know who your girl." I'm like, "No, she's mine. Like, get the F out of here." Dudes always feel like they gotta get in on, like, you know what I'm saying, Mookie? Any kinks that you'd like to share with the class?
Mook already talked. Well, first of all,
right. You talking about an orgy or like a gangbang? Like,
right. Start here. Excuse me. Here, you. All right.
That was serious.
Or maybe like would you do a like a sex party? They got sex parties all the time where you come in, it's membership only.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would go to it's called a lifestyle party.
I would have to be drunk, intoxicated out of my mind.
No, you wouldn't, because they have some where you could be. It's called
a spectator.
Yeah, but it's the word that they call them though.
Okay, a cuckolder?
No. That's when your man watch you swallow cum and spit it in his mouth.
And like it. I want to see you fuck my wife.
Right. She take a big black claw.
Suck my cock.
Right. Imagine that. A guy letting you and your men suck it out. No, I would be.
What are we talking
A
about?
hard no.
This is for mature audiences only.
I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna have it scroll. Oh, that's hilarious.
I will go to a lifestyle party. I can't think of the name that they call them, but well, in essence, it is just a spectator where you just kind of go and watch. But it's called something. But I would be down.
Right.
I would like to host a sex party at some point in time.
Okay, that's kind of
that would be fun. But make it like with games and stuff. Where if you don't do it, you remove something.
Right.
Something fun.
Right.
Something where it's full of teasing and really no fucking. But it's hard to pass. If not, you get kicked out. You can't advance. Like you leave the event.
Right.
Something cute. But I don't know.
As far as
I don't know. I don't really know as far as a kink,
I want to have sex in public,
girl
in
in there,
public, not. I mean, movie. I won't say movie theater, but I'm talking about like where people really be like, are they having sex?
Girl.
Like just out in on a train, like a bus or a train,
or
a
if we're at a restaurant sitting outside and I jump off my man and people like really like right
girls
there.
At a taco restaurant in
a taco restaurant, not a taco restaurant. What does that mean?
Girl,
Taco Tuesday and shit.
Was it local or was it?
Yeah, give me the tea, bitch. I don't know these stories.
Girl.
Was it?
I don't even want to.
That's the funniest part of it all. Not a taco restaurant, okay, girl. Not a joint.
On a good old Taco Tuesday.
And were people around?
The workers.
Was it broad daylight?
Yes.
Damn.
That's a bar. See?
Mm-hmm.
Was it fun?
Yeah. It was a cute, like,
little quick,
little, they push against the wall. The shit you see in the movies, like, real aggressive, real quick.
Right.
Like,
right. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. No, I don't. Okay.
Food was still on the table,
like you don't, right.
but the food was still on the table and shit. That was crazy. You go back and finish your bill and go. Like it was
that's
so weird.
Cute.
We was beefing, so
that's
it was
fun.
just like
that's
right.
Fun.
I think that's cute. Yeah.
So I don't know. A kink would be.
That's kinky. A lot of people
very
are
kinky.
very like by the book. Mm-hmm. A lot
very
of those
reserved.
things. Right.
On top of the car, girl. That was a random. I'm like, I know that's on somebody's ring light, y'all. That has to have gotten picked up. No, that was different.
That was different.
It was late.
Right.
On top of the car, like the roof of the
on
car.
top of the
first of all, the sunroof, the hood, honey, the hood.
I'm like on top of the shit, like the top, bitch.
No, bitch, on top like the hood. Like it was. He won't let me forget. What about you? I'll come back.
We'll come back.
We'll come back.
I think I do at some point want to have anal sex.
Okay.
Just to try.
Often try, but I mean, what did Trina say? What did Trina say?
I don't know.
I have to take it in the ass, but I'll pass.
Yeah, but what I heard it ain't bad.
Right, I'm a
well,
look, if you can
pass
the pain threshold,
it's okay. Well,
oh my God, I think we're supposed to be personal. I think that it just
let me skip B.
Okay,
it's like.
I know it takes some time.
It takes time.
And I don't know if it's something. I'm just willing to try it to see if it's something that I would enjoy.
Well, you have to start
because I've never done that.
Can you do with the finger?
No, because they do have the. You don't know, they be already down there. Like, whatever. If you can start with the little peg thing, the little thing, that's like the training. You're like training it to relax. If you just stick it in there and let it stay. That's like the warm up
to kind of see if you have what it takes.
And they got the real cute ones, where it's like little bedazzled at the end and shit.
Right.
Some of them are cute,
right?
Bedazzled is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be something that I can do for the long haul, but definitely what Chrissy said, like the woman thing is like, I think that's like, I think that's definitely in the cards.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely in the cards, but I don't really know if that's. Oh, and then being dominated. Now this is the thing, right? There are some men that don't want to dominate you. We're almost out of here, y'all. There's some men that don't want to dominate you because they don't want to do too much, but very dominating and aggressive energy. You know what I'm saying? And women have fetishes behind that. So I don't know if mine would be to the level of extremity that some might, where it's like they want to be like hit, because some women are into that, if you can believe that or not, really want to be like abused almost. So definitely not that. But I'm talking about, if you're talking about maximum domination, but not no hitting, no slapping, but no, like, pain. Because there's some women that want to do pain. I would be into that. That would be like, you know. But there's some men that don't want. That you have to be. And this is somebody that you have to be comfortable with. This can't be somebody that you meet on the first date and just be like.
Of course.
I done almost been
not the
choked
first
to death
date.
and shit. Like,
You know what I'm
can't breathe.
You know what I mean? What
the shit, God damn.
It has to be a
Like
man.
a real
It has to
fight
be a
shit.
man that could read you, that know your body and know you and know your safe words and safe spaces and all of those kind of things. But
okay, so. Well, no, that's probably too far. in the faith of adultness, I would say it's a position that I'll be willing to try. That involves 3 people.
Oh.
It's a position that looks like it can be enjoyable.
Okay.
I said some shit the other day. I was
It's a regular one. It's one that everyone's seen before. It's pretty much like
it's a sandwich.
Yeah, basically. You're in 69 and the person's under you, then the guy's behind you.
Yeah.
That just looks like a certain
boatload of fun.
A boatload of fun. It's
like
hilarious.
A certain level of something.
That looks like a certain level of relaxation of the mind,
body and soul.
And so
if
it's almost like your body will leave itself and then return.
Right.
Out of body experience.
An out of body. Then it would turn.
Can you do all these things sober?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
if you're not willing to do that,
but you have to be comfortable with the person. It's just all about who you're comfortable with doing it with. Yeah.
No, granted, I can do it because I don't want to be influenced by anything other than my decisions.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
No, the vices will just enhance how far I'm willing to go. I'll probably but I don't even know. Girl, I'm liable to. Girl, ain't no telling.
Saying stuff that you're like, what? Girl, like, who are you?
Right. It's squirting my mouth and shit. I don't even know. I don't even know what. All right. We're going to. I don't even know if it's
Trio Pod episode 21.
Let's take a bath and shit, girl. I don't know.
Right, hold me. What? Oh my God, am I in love with you?
Well,
I love you. I think I don't know. What am I feeling?
Are you coming home with us?
Right.
Are you coming home with us?
It's funny.
Next weekend, can I pencil you in? We've had fun, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. They've been holding it down.
Who can I call and shit? Like, who is up tonight?
We don't want to try some shit.
Right.
Matter of fact,
my booby saying it's thumping. That's what he likes to say. I heard I could hear it thumping through the phone.
Oh my God. I can't. Niggas are so crass. I can't handle it. Thank y'all for watching. We will be back.
We appreciate y'all.
Sense of humor,
Follow
guys.
us, the _. YouTube, the Trio Pod.
If you have any kinks, let us know. Put it in the comments.
Send it
in the
or in our DMs.
In the
Keep it private.
If y'all have any kinks that y'all want us to reveal, we'll talk about it.
Oh my God! Please oh my God, me too.
I want to know.
Send us your kinks. Mm-hmm. Everything. And not just in the DM because they be shy. Y'all be just sliding the DMs. But that's fine too.
Nothing is too much. We're no judgment.
No at all.
No judgment.
Right. They be trying to protect
their
brands.
Airing out our shit every week.
Right.
We love y'all. Peace.